I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce.
Not grabbing lines last night, and I got hooked 3 times a day.
Wow, the old hookage. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday morning to you all. Hope you all had a nice Tuesday night. Was a fun one. Kent State, man, that was awesome. Kent State wins outright. I know some people in the group had Kent State money line. I was not one of them. I took the +7.
Oh yeah, that brought me to the lead in the Columbia White division. Shipley sucks, sitting with a nice half a unit lead. Feeling good after a Tuesday night.
Wow, you're in first place in the division?
I am.
Let's check that out.
I just do money lines. I don't take point spreads in a thing like that. It's only money lines, baby.
What division are you in?
The Columbian White.
So
first place.
Shipley sucks. First place in Columbian White division. OT is in the armed robbery division. Wags and Steez leading the Amish. Shark Week. Wow, rough night for Shark Week. And then I'm in Eastern Hound. So yeah, that's where we're at. All right. Sienna, St. Bonaventure. Spoon, I did get your game in, by the way, last second. The Bryant game. So I got it included. Sienna, St. Bonnie. Why don't I not see this one? Did someone check this one?
Yeah, I checked it.
Oh, I don't see it.
I did too.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, Toast and Spoon. Yep, I do see it. All right.
You can go ahead.
So I kind of went back and forth with this for a little bit. I really like St. Bonaventure's roster. I like Mark Schmidt. I think this is going to be a good team in the A10 this year, but Sienna has a great team. They have a very good chance to win the MAC, a much worse conference, but this team is led with a lot of talent. They have a lot of size for being a smaller conference team, and they've shown a ton of fight in these first couple of games. Bryant, they absolutely slaughtered 82-66, and then they went into an Ivy League school in Brown and on the road won 62-46. They didn't even shoot well in that game, and I think that's going to be a problem for them. They didn't shoot that well in the Bryant game either. They won't be able to physically dominate St. Bonaventure, and I think this game kind of just opens up in the second half. I'm going to be on the Bonaventures.
Oh, my bad. I got the graphic wrong. It sounded like you were going Sienna there in the beginning.
I was just making the point for them. They are a good team. There's going to be a lot of chances to back them this year, but I think this is just a kind of sell high opportunity on them.
Toast, you checked this game as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll be taking the points with Sienna. I'm going to hopefully get 9. This line continues to go up. Spoon mentioned it. Sienna's a pretty decent basketball team. I don't think there's a huge gap between these two. Obviously, the Bonnies have a lot more name recognition, but the thing that I really like about Sienna is they bring back like all their guys. So they're one of the best teams, or top teams as far as in the country, as far as minutes continuity. And I do think that comes into a play with a St. Bonaventure team that's has a whole bunch of new guys. So I do think that St. Bonaventure is a better team. Do I think they're 3 possessions better? Not so much. And I do think that in a game like this, playing a Sienna team that's a lot of experience, that has played played a lot together, I think that's going to matter late in this ball game. So again, I haven't bet it yet. It's definitely circled. I'm waiting to get for those 9s to pop up, and as soon as that 9 pops up, I'll be on Sienna.
TV Jones, you didn't check this game, but do you want to break the tie here?
Yeah, I like Sienna too. Bonaventure really good on the glass so far this year, but Sienna's defense has been lights out, forcing a ton of turnovers. The defense they're not allowing easy shots whatsoever. They're not sending to the free throw line. And I mean, Sienna's offense, they struggle from the 3. I'll give them that, but they can rebound. They've not been turning it over. 8.5 points is a lot. This team returns, a decent amount of players, and I have them, contending for the MAAC here, the max. So I'll take the 8.5 with Sienna. Give me the dogs here. Let's go, bark, bark.
Wow, Spoon, no one likes your pick.
That's fine. I'd rather be on the island.
Yeah, I like it on the island myself. Oh, whoops. I guess I have it set up for 3 people. I'll fix it. Minnesota, Missouri. This game was checked by Toast.
It was. I really want to take the points here with Minnesota. Let me pull up my notes really quick. Obviously, this is the first year for Nico coming over from Colorado State, where did a really, really good job at Colorado State. Obviously, didn't have a lot of success in the tournament, but I just feel like this is going to be a really good spot for him with a team that has one of the more experienced teams in the country. He's got a couple guys that have played with him over from Colorado State as well. I'm not the biggest Missouri and Dennis Gates fan. I know that they were somewhat feasible last year, kind of faltered down the stretch a little bit. So maybe you can, there's a point to the fact that they were good early last year. But for me, I think this is a pretty huge step up in competition for them. Not that Minnesota's played some gauntlet of a schedule either, but Spoon mentioned the size issue. Yeah, there is a little bit of a size issue, but I also think that the pace of this game is going to slow significantly down. I think Minnesota's going to be able to slow this game down a little bit. And if that's the case, I think that we're going to be fighting for possessions. I think this game probably stays under 70 possessions. And if that's the case, and I'm going to be getting probably, like I said, I haven't bet this yet. Another one of these games where I want to get 8.5, but I'll take the multiple possessions with the Gophers.
There's some guy in the comments named Original Shrooms that says he likes Missouri. Either you guys have thoughts on this one, Trevor?
Yeah, I like Missouri. Minnesota Medvedev or whatever his name is from Colorado State. He's gonna get this thing turned around. And sure, they look good, but they played nobody. Missouri, one of the tallest teams in the country, one of the more experienced teams in the country in terms of continuity. And one thing that Minnesota struggled with so far is getting their shots blocked. And they played Gardner-Webb and Alcorn State. Missouri, one of the taller teams in the country, they're going to be able to block shots. I think they're going to own the glass here too. And their offenses look pretty damn good. 42% from three. Their free throws are struggling, but they're still grabbing boards, getting to the free throw line. And with the size, I think at the end of the day, second half, Missouri will start to take over and pull away in this game. So I like Missouri laying it here.
Trevor, you know that Mark Mitchell sucks. Just admit it.
No, Mark Mitchell's he's going to ball tomorrow.
No. You mentioned it. They can't hit. You can't lay this number with this team who can't hit free throws. Sorry.
Well, they're going to out-rebound them by 10, 15.
Doesn't matter.
This is going to be a rough year for Minnesota. They have one of the toughest schedules in all of NCAA basketball when it gets down there. I think this is going to be a game where Missouri has the lead for most of the game. I think it probably does sit in that 8 to 12 range. I would lean personally to Missouri here, but I could see them backdoor covering it. I don't see them with any chance to win this game, though.
Just a quick score date. Gonzaga up 30. 30.
Yeah, they had the whistle.
Creighton can't hit shit.
UNC Greensville catching 30 points from NC State. Who picked this monstrosity? It was Trevor. So, Trevor, what angles you got here on this 30-point game?
NC State, they've just been obliterating teams. They just beat UAB by 24 at home. Greensboro, this team's really, really fresh. A lot of new pieces here. I mean, they got pieced up by 30. Kansas State, and they just lost in overtime to Elon. Now you're going to travel to play Will Wade and company, and they're blowing teams out. He's running the score up, getting fans excited, and bought into this team. So I think NC State just runs away with this and wins by 35 again. I mean, I know they got VCU on deck, but Will Wade doesn't give a shit. He'll keep putting it on you until the absolute very end. So I think that happens again tomorrow. It's a gigantic number, but this isn't your dad's Greensboro team. They are not the same team. Give me NC State laying the fat number to blow out Greensboro.
Do either of you guys want to talk about this or no?
I do not.
It's a surprisingly high number. That's it.
I'm kind of I'll put up Greensboro.
Nothing that I can't argue with anything Trevor said. I think isn't North Carolina, isn't NC State one of the best offenses in the country right now, at least from 2-point percent. Yeah, they've been really, really good. So
yeah, but Greensboro's a gritty group. So
they are.
Trevor's not taking into consideration the grit.
Coach Jones knows what he's doing.
This is not the same Greensboro team. This is a bad Greensboro team, and this is an NC State team. Fully bought in, spent all the money, and they're just obliterating teams. They don't give a shit. Will Wade doesn't give a shit.
What's the grit? Have they seen a true gritty opponent yet, though?
I mean, they played UAB. They beat them by 24, and UAB is considerably better than Greensboro.
They may be better,
considerably.
but not as gritty.
I don't know about that.
Oakland, Houston. This one was
Me.
this toast. What do you like here?
You can put up Oakland for me. I just wanted to there's a couple things that I wanted to mention. I think that Houston's really good. I don't this isn't like a fade of Houston, but this is like a style for two things for me. A battle of styles where both of these teams really like to play slow. Oakland not as slow as Houston, but both of these teams really, really slow. I mean, I would assume we're pushing maybe 65 possessions in this game, give or take. But I also think that getting the points here with Oakland might be a look. Houston hasn't been the dominant team that I thought they expected them to be. I also think that Oakland is just as good as Townsend and much better than Lehigh. But I mean, look at who Oakland has played. They've played Michigan and Purdue. So, and they obviously got blown out in the Michigan game, but Michigan shot almost 50% from 54% or something like that from deep that game. You're obviously going to get blown out. I don't think Houston has the capability to shoot 50% from deep in this game personally. And you're having an Oakland team that, like I said, has played two really good teams, and they looked pretty damn good against Purdue. I don't see some type of letdown happening here. I just feel like this is way too many points. Oakland is one of those teams that's played, like I said, this good schedule, but Houston hasn't shown me anything that they're going to be blowing teams out by 20 plus points or whatever it's going to be. I'm sorry, 30 plus points or whatever it's going to be when this game closes. So I'm definitely looking at Oakland in this game.
Either you guys have thoughts?
And Oakland, I'm sorry, Houston has Auburn on deck after this, which I don't love.
Ooh, a look ahead. Either you guys have
Auburn beat Houston too last year.
I know, yeah.
And start the year too. I really want to lay it with Houston. I mean, Oakland's gone through a gauntlet. Michigan, Purdue. Now you're going to Houston. Houston hasn't looked incredible. I could see this being a spot for Kelvin Sampson to really just tighten the screws down and hold Oakland to like 44 points. And win like 78 to 45, something like that. But it's a ton of points. They got Auburn on deck. I'm not playing this. The smarter bet's probably Oakland. I'm just banking on Kelvin Sampson, getting on these guys' ass and them just having an absolute classic Houston performance and winning this game easily. But I'm not betting it, given with Auburn on deck. So, I mean, Oakland's probably the smarter. They probably backdoor it, but I'm not touching this game.
Spoon, any thoughts, or should we move on to the next one?
Yeah, definitely the Grizzlies here. Bad spot for Houston to be absolutely blowing out a team. They're obviously going to get this win, but you're going to pull starters a little earlier than usual. And really great coach there in Oakland. I think they find a way to keep this around 20.
Oakland, all right. The Golden Grizzlies. Trevor, you got Tennessee Martin, Bradley.
Yeah. Now Bradley, this team is they carry a little bit of a name brand in the mid-major ranks here. I mean, they've always been damn good in the Valley, and they've always competed. Tennessee Martin, big win against UNLV. I mean, Pastor's first game back after years, so they looked pretty ugly. They come back, they dominate Kentucky Christian, but Bradley's got San Francisco on deck. That's obviously a bigger game than Tennessee Martin here. But I think Tennessee Martin's win against UNLV is kind of brought this number down. I think that was just a good spot for them. They're not a bad team though, but I think I have to go Martin. I mean, they've showed they could go on the road, even though it was Passner and UNLV. They got a big win. Bradley, this team isn't the same team. They've lost a lot of pieces, and they have a big game on deck against San Francisco. I'll take Martin with the 15.5 here. Keep it within 11, 12 points.
Either of you gentlemen would like to comment on this one, or should we move on to the Dartmouth game?
Yeah, it would. I guess it would only be Tennessee Martin for me too. But neither one of these teams shoot free throws very well. It's just really hard to lay that number with Bradley.
Spoon, anything here? Or should we jump to Dartmouth?
Let's move along.
Sounds good to me. Spoon, last minute edition here. Dartmouth, Bryant. What do you like here?
This is a game I went back and forth on for a little bit. Dartmouth, Ivy League school, just a little bit better of a conference than what the America East is. America East plays a bunch of the Ivy League schools here early on in the season every single year. And Bryant, I kind of had him circled for a down season coming into this year. losing their coach, a lot of the players that made up their team last season, but they brought in a really good coach, a guy that coached at George Washington, Mount St. Mary's, Sienna, a lot of coaching experience, and at better schools than what Bryant is right now. I think they're set up for a really good win here tomorrow versus Dartmouth. We saw Dartmouth play a MAAC team in Marist and get blown out by 20 points in their opener. Dartmouth's been a really bad program this last 2 or 3 years, and I never really want to try to find a spot for them to win on the road. So them going into Bryant, a team that's really in the same class of team as them, I think it's going to be really hard for them to step up and get a win. They don't have a ton of size inside, and that's something that Bryant does have a lot of. I think Bryant wins a somewhat close game, but finds a way to get it done at home.
Either you guys have thoughts on this one, or should we jump to the next one?
Bryant's actually the tallest team in the country. Fun fact. Fun fact there. So I'm with him. I would go Bryant, but I'm not touching this game.
It would be under or pass for me.
All right. Let's move on to the next game, which is UC San Diego, Fresno, California battle here. And this
Trevor?
Trevor.
Me and Trevor clicked this one, and I clicked this one not knowing that Trevor did. So I hope we're on the same side. I hope he's not drinking the Kool-Aid.
Are you drinking the Kool-Aid, Trevor?
Drinking it?
Depends what flavor Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I don't know what would drinking
the lemonade Kool-Aid that UCSD gives out to everybody for free. Drinking it?
Yeah, no, I'm on UC San Diego.
Bad pick.
I like that.
Terrible.
Bad pick?
Terrible pick.
No.
Go ahead, though.
No.
Talk
This
about
team,
brand getting some love. This is the definition of it right here.
Yeah, but Fresno's complete ass. Fresno's been ass. They
and
have
one. And it's one.
No, yeah, I know, but this San Diego team isn't the same as last year. I mean, they're the better team. You can't argue that either way. Fresno, absolute booty cheeks. This team is terrible. UC San Diego's defense is legit. They force a lot of turnovers. They can rebound. They don't send you to the free throw line. They can shoot their free throws. They can rebound. All things Fresno State kind of struggles to do. Yes, Fresno State's defenses look good, but who they played? Long Beach, USC Upstate, which they also lost to USC Upstate at home too. And who did
UC San Diego play? Go ahead, name those off.
Yeah, who'd they play? Quickly.
Go ahead.
They played Houston Christian. That's better opponents than the D2 school. So Fresno's played a D2 school also. They played some bottom teams in the country. San Diego's played a team that is equivalent to those two. Won by 18. Now they're going to hit the road against a Fresno State team that the coaching's horrific with this team. They can't win games. Congratulations on beating Long Beach State. They're absolute booty cheeks. Lost to USC Upstate at home. I'm taking UC San Diego. They're going to win this game. Granted, it'll probably be tight. It'll be sweaty, but they're going to find a way to win this game. Much better team, better culture. Give me San Diego to go into the Kmart Center or whatever the hell it is.
It's the Save Mart Center. Thank you, Trevor. And a little fun fact for you, that's the 19th largest building in D1 basketball. So if that place is packed, you better start showing some respect.
19th biggest, 364th packed.
Yo. I'm going to be taking Fresno here. I'm going to be watching this line closely just in case UC San Diego takes money. I just think that these teams are extremely even. Obviously, I like to have a little bit of fun with Trevor, but I think that Fresno State defensively is just as good, if not better, than UC San Diego. They've actually done a really good job of limiting three balls and turning teams over, a better job of turning teams over than UC San Diego. And neither one of these teams are really, I don't think, that great offensively. Yes, UC San Diego is better offensively. I will give you that. But, I truly believe it's minimal. And especially going on the road in an environment like Fresno State, I think this is going to be a get-up game for Fresno State here. I think there's a reason that this game is less than a possession. I was expecting to get like almost 3 with Fresno State. I know that Ken Palm hasn't won. I'm not sure what Evan Maya and Bartovic have it off the top of my head, but I thought for sure I was getting almost close to a possession with Fresno. This line tells me everything I need to know.
Wow, it sounds like Trevor is drinking the Kool-Aid here. Spoon, would you like a sip of the Kool-Aid?
I lean Fresno here. I don't have a huge take on this UC San Diego team yet. It's a basically new roster, new head coach, much different team than what we saw out there last year. I don't have high expectations for Fresno by any means, but I just think at home, this is a spot where they can probably pull out a early season win.
Wow, Trevor, no one likes your pick.
Oh no! Oh no! Let me switch.
Oh no. North Texas, is this in Corvallis?
Oh, you already know what it is.
Oregon State -2.5.
Yeah, Spoon's on this game too. Spoon, are you drinking this Kool-Aid with us?
Some Corvallis?
I'm not drinking your Kool-Aid.
Oh, come on!
Spoon, are you familiar with Corvallis? It's a death
Wednesday
trap.
night in Corvallis.
It's gonna be a lit environment. I'll give you that.
So are you really on North Texas, or are you taking a total?
I'm going to be on North Texas. I'm sitting here. I would like a 3 in my pocket. You can get a 2.5. They're sitting at -105 on a couple books right now, kind of hinting that it might move that way. This is the only one I haven't actually moved on and placed a bet on yet. I will be on North Texas. If it starts to move the other way, I'll take the 210 or the -110 with it 2.5. But I think I'll be able to get a 3.5 tomorrow. I think a lot of people are going to be on Oregon State here. Wayne Tinkle at home, getting a team that's not necessarily head and shoulders above them. This is a spot where we've seen him perform really well in the past, and that's why they're favored. But I think North Texas is a better team. Robinson's coming in from Cleveland State, bringing a bunch of the players with him. He also got some pretty high major transfers: Demarion Watson, Will McClendon, guys coming over from UCLA and Iowa State. And this is a coach that's coached around the country, assisting on like 7 different D1 rosters in the last 15 years. I think Robinson's set up to have a really good season with this roster. I think this is going to be a really tight game. Both of these teams kind of slow it down, slow pace. Wayne Tinkle has run a bottom 300 pace for the last 20 years with basketball, and so far what we've seen from Robinson's all slow. So I don't think this game gets broken open on either way. Oregon State's going to shoot a bunch more threes, and North Texas just doesn't give you open shots. So I think a bunch of those are going to miss. North Texas is a great rebounding team. I see this coming down to the last couple of possessions.
The Juice is in the comments. He's on the Beavers. John Bender says, Corvallis, so hot with the nightlife, street lights are on. Whatever the hell he means by that. It sounds sharp. Toast. You're taking Oregon State?
I am taking Oregon State. I haven't placed it yet because this number has kind of moved around, but I agree with Spoon. I think it's going to continue to go up. I plan on placing it after the show. I just think this is a really good spot for Oregon State. Let's remember that last year, I think there's only 3 or 4 guys, but remember last year, Oregon State had to travel to North Texas. They lost that game only by 3, and I think North Texas was a much better team last year as well. My thing is that, yes, Oregon State might miss a lot of threes, but Oregon State has a pretty significant size advantage here. So even if there is a slight rebounding advantage for North Texas, I think that Oregon State at home can clean some of those balls up, and they're going to get multiple possessions on the offensive end. But for me, I just think that the Oregon State defense isn't as bad as what people are making them out to be. And on top of that, I'm kind of personally calling BS on what North Texas has done so far. I mean, they played an unranked New Mexico Highlands team. Good job. They beat Northwestern State, who's essentially 300 in KenPom. And then they beat Loyola Chicago, which looks really good with the name brand and Loyola Chicago and Sister Jean and stuff. But that team barely beat Cleveland State by 3. Then they lost to Mercyhurst and this North Texas team. I just don't think that Loyola Chicago is very good, so that win doesn't really impress me. Not that Oregon State has some crazy win that impresses me earlier in the year, but I think having North Texas having to travel Wednesday night in Corvallis, I'll be on the Beavers.
You didn't click this one, TV Jones, but would you like to back Spoon?
Nope, sorry. Beaver up. This is also a system play here. This is KenPom's got Oregon State losing by 2, and they're favored by 2.5. Both teams have look aheads. You got North Texas with St. Mary's on deck, and then you got Oregon State with Oregon on deck. But Oregon State at home, they're going to get to the free throw line. North Texas is going to send them. They're 347th in the country at sending teams to the line. Oregon State shooting 76.5%. Oregon State hasn't been fouling. They can rebound. They can shoot. I'm going to take them in a revenge spot back at home to get this game done. Even though they have a look ahead to Oregon, I think they come in, they get this done, revenge for last year, and then go to Oregon and get shellacked. But I like Oregon State here tomorrow. Kelstad's back, that's why.
We're all on Oregon State. Everyone in the comments says Oregon State. Spoon is on a true North Texas island here.
Gotta respect it.
See you guys tomorrow.
And speaking of Spoon, I'm going to go ahead and put Seattle up for him because he's low-key a Seattle stan. I already know he's about to take Seattle. Go ahead.
So I got Eastern Washington plus 8.5 here.
Oh, you turned your back on the Red Hawks.
Wow. Yeah, this is your team.
So it is a team I enjoy backing. They have a great coach. It's early on in the season though, and I just think this is a spot where the number's too big. Eastern Washington's played 3 really tough opponents at this point in the season for a team coming out of the Big Sky. They played UCLA. They played them really tough. Had a chance to win the game. They only lost by 6 points at UCLA. They played Loyola Marymount. It was a game they were up in the second half, and then they went into Colorado and played them in the elevation, lost in overtime. It was a great game. And so right now they're sitting 0-3. Dan Munson's a really good coach. They're going on the road, really tough building to play in Seattle. And Seattle, not a great spot to necessarily sell them high because they're coming off a loss versus Cal Poly. And I watched a good chunk of that game. Seattle likes to play slow, and Cal Poly really speeds things up. And it made that team really uncomfortable once a few threes started going in for Cal Poly. That's not a game that Seattle can play. They don't shoot a lot of threes. They only really have like 2 players on the team that can put the 3-ball in. And once that run started happening, they didn't really have anything to shut it down. And I think Eastern Washington kind of has that same ability. Dan Munson, longtime coach for Long Beach State, they always played really fast. High tempo team. They didn't necessarily do that too much in Eastern Washington last year, but I think this is a spot where you have a revenge game where Eastern Washington went in one last year. Seattle's going to try to get this win coming off a loss, but I don't think there's any way this is a 10-point game. This is coming down to the last few possessions. Maybe Eastern Washington loses by 5, but I also think they're live to win this game.
I can't believe he's fading his guys here. Neither of you guys checked this game. Did you have any thoughts?
I didn't check it because he already did. I'm 100% with Spoon. I don't understand this number at all. I don't see any advantage that Seattle has right now. I mean, yes, Seattle is much better defensively as far as the numbers are concerned, but I think that also has to do with the fact that, like Spoon said, Eastern Washington has played like a top 35 schedule in the country so far with the teams that they've played. So, and coming out of elevation kind of sucks in overtime, but I mean, it's going to be 4 days after that. I really think they'll be fine. I don't know if Eastern Washington wins. I don't mind a money line play, but I mean, I have a hard time believing this game is more than 3 possessions. I mean, if we're getting 8 with Eastern Washington, I think that's going to end up being crazy. So I'm watching this number. It's a game that I have circled as well. I truly don't understand why this isn't 4.5, 5.
TV Jones.
Yeah, I don't know why he is fading his boys here, but this is Seattle's spot. You got a revenge spot. They lost last year, opened the season at Eastern Washington by 7 points. They're coming back. They're staying home, but they're coming in off of a loss to Cal Poly, was a 2-point loss. Eastern Washington, 4th straight road game. You're just in Colorado, played an overtime game. Now you travel to Seattle, and then you finally get to go home to play Eastern Oregon before you hit the road again for 3 more. This team is just they're just road warriors, but 4th game in about a week roughly, little over. That's tough, not to mention coming in off elevation and an overtime game. Seattle, off a loss, revenge spot, at home, didn't travel. I like Seattle here. Lay it. I think they win this game by double digits.
Juice is in the comments, agrees with Trevor on the Seattle. What are they? The Jayhawks?
The Red Hawks.
They're like the Thunderbirds or some shit.
Red Hawks.
Hawks, okay.
Or the Thunderbirds.
I thought they were the Thunderbirds.
Not even close.
No, that's Southern. I'm thinking Southern Utah. My bad.
All right, Trevor, last game on the board, or last game on our board, I should say. Southern Indiana? What's this?
Illinois.
Southern Illinois. The Dogs. The Hounds?
Salukis.
Oh, well, yeah, I would never guess that. Against the Wolfpack. I know that one.
I know that one.
So what do you like here? The Hounds or the Wolves?
I kind of like Southern Illinois here. I know Nevada's looks decent this year. They beat Louisiana Tech by 27, then just barely escaped home with a Pacific win. They've got Santa Clara on the road on deck. Southern Illinois coming in, dismantled Kansas City, Nevada, Steve Alford. They do like to start hot and then just absolutely fade out. But given they got Santa Clara on deck, that's a bigger game and will matter for them. And Southern Illinois finally hitting the road, that's going to be tough. But Steve Alford is a guy who just historically just lets you down in spots. They're coming off barely beating Pacific. They got a Santa Clara game on deck. Southern Illinois under Scott Nagy have been really good the second year in that system. I think Southern Illinois shows up and they give them a game here. Southern Illinois offensively looks pretty damn good other than the free throws, but they're not going to send Nevada to the line, and they can rebound and play some good defense. So I'll take the 9.5 with Southern Illinois. Alford looking ahead and just historically being a choke artist in games. I'll take Southern Illinois here.
Spoon or Toast, any thoughts on this one?
Over 148.5. I agree that this is like pretty much a get up spot for Nevada. They really need wins like this, especially for Steve Alford to keep his job. But I do think that Southern Illinois is able to score here. I mean, they run one of the fastest paces in the country. I know that Nevada likes to play slow, but Nagy likes his offenses to go up and down the floor as much as possible. So I don't like that neither one of these teams has shot free throws very well this year. But I think that Southern Illinois defensively is bad enough to give up a whole bunch of points in Nevada. And I think that the pace that Southern Illinois is going to play, I think negates some of the good Nevada defensive numbers here. So I played over 148.5.
TV Jones, there's an allegation in the chat.
Oh, Lord.
Do you watch roller derby?
Roller derby? I see like the highlights or whatever from years ago. I don't
so you watch
go out
highlights?
and watch roller derby whenever they pop up randomly, which is never.
So you watch you don't watch it live. You watch the highlights.
No, I mean if it comes across my feed, I'll take a gander. It's
channel.
entertaining, but I'm not gonna sit there and go out of my way to look for roller derby.
So it does come across your feed. Roller derby's in your algorithm.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, whose feed isn't it in?
It's not in my.
I didn't know that existed still.
Yeah, I forgot.
I don't think it does. I just see like random highlights from like 30 years ago. Just dudes being badasses.
Yeah.
Russian people going.
See, and I thought it was all
dudes, not chicks.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I thought it was all women.
Yeah, roller derby's a women's sport.
Was it women? Maybe it was women. I don't know.
Okay, Trevor. Yo, what is on your feeds, bro?
Yeah, men's roller derby. Spoon, any thoughts on this one?
Men can't play roller derby?
I just don't think it's a men's sport. I don't think. But I mean, you seem to be more apprised. Spoon, any thoughts on this one, or should we call it a night?
I lean Nevada here. They missed 15 free throws in that last game versus Pacific, where they pulled it out just by 1 point. But they had a stranglehold on that game early on and just kind of played with their food at the end. I think Steve Alford's really going to kind of hammer down those easy points. They shot pretty well from the free throw line versus Louisiana Tech, 21 for 28. I think they shoot a lot better from the free throw line here tomorrow, and I think that they find a way to win this game handily. I'm not going to actually bet it, though.
Someone said, Big Scott in the comments said, what the hell roller derby are you watching, Trevor?
It just pops up, man.
So real quick. So yeah. Someone just asked, Trevor, is Stevie Jones going back on pump fake? He probably is right now, right? Real quick. Before you leave, they asked, where's the comment? Purdue, Fort Wayne, Western Michigan. Rapid fire. Did you guys take a look at that one? Someone asked.
I like Fort Wayne and I like the over. Fort Wayne can score. They can run up and down. I forget who they're playing. Western Michigan, over. I think we get points galore. Neither of these teams really stopped, and their offenses have looked all right. So I'll take Southern. I'll take the over, and then if I had to, IPFW on the side.
I had Western Michigan team total circled just because of the pace that they play, and neither one of these teams can rebound. So I think it's just going to be an absolute free for all. And Western Michigan's one of the top teams in the country shooting free throws. So all leaned up to points for me.
Spoon, any thoughts on the Elephants or no?
Mastodons.
I lean the Mastodons here. I think this is a Purdue-Fort Wayne spot. I think Western Michigan's going to have another down year here.
Cool. All right.
I like the VCU St. Peter's over too.
VCU St. Peter's over. All right. TV Jones is going back to Pump Fake. That's his show, which is currently live. So if you want to continue watching TV Jones and his guys talk college basketball, just type in Pump Fake Pod into the YouTube search. Everyone. Oh, and if you want to see college football, I uploaded a video where I talk about the 3 Maction games on for tomorrow night. That's already up. So everyone.